CEO Ronald from Create the Difference. We're going to check out that Phaze 4 versus the Altered Reality. Do a little testing today with Billy Levain. He's going to throw some balls for us. We're going to focus on this Phaze 4. We want to kind of see what it does. Got a fresh house shot out there, so be able to see the performance of this ball. This is the first shot being thrown with the ball. Has not hit the lane yet. That's kind of an interesting way to start. Nice little stone 9-pin. That ball's finished with the Storm 1500 grit polish. If you're interested on how to get 1500 grit polish back, we'll click a link to another video to show you exactly how to get 1500 grit polish finish back, which happens to be the finish that is used on pretty much all the Storm performance bowling balls. So anyway, we'll also take a peek using some clutch bowling technology. You can kind of see the line out there as to where the ball's being thrown. That'll help us get a little more view too. That's pretty good. Get you a couple different looks, couple different angles. Got a little bit of room for error on a house shot. And this ball initially it was an overseas ball that they decided to make a domestic launch. And that happens every now and again, especially if the bowling balls get some rave reviews or a lot of fanfare, which this ball got. And that's why it now is a domestic launch. In between them, still 10 back. So interesting, definitely. You have a little bit of room for error there, and that would mean that the piece is a little more versatile, which is good. How do you throw your Altered Reality? We know that that ball is a pretty strong piece from 900 Global. It also happens to be finished at 1500 grit polish, so we'll be able to take a comparison look between the two bowling balls. Interesting. So a little lazier, right? A little lazier off the spot overall. Ball still struck. And it wasn't in the exact same spot, but didn't seem to have the drive that Phaze 4 have. So we'll have him throw a couple more shots. Now there are different bowling balls here, right? Phaze 4 is symmetric, Altered Reality is asymmetric. Wasn't too bad. Got the ball further right, and it was able to make the turn, make the move. We'll throw that Altered Reality one more time. If you're interested in picking up Phaze 4 or Altered Reality, you can go to bowlingforless.com. One of the benefits of going to that website is that you also can pick a True Cut sanding pad to go along with your ball order. Yeah, she's nice. Altered Reality has been a nice piece, but we're going back to Phaze 4 because Phaze 4 is what we're most interested in here. We always want to give a little bit of a comparison against something. I think these two bowling balls may be a complement to each other. I'm kind of curious to see, as we begin to move around the lane a little bit, how the Phaze 4 holds up. But so far, so good. Yeah, ball, this piece looks really good. Piece looks really good. So let's see, Billy, what happens when you get to the friction a little bit earlier. So we'll move a little right and get in that friction spot on the lane a little bit earlier. We'll just kind of see if the Phaze 4 can push through it and still recover well. Further right for sure. Not a problem. Not a problem. So then we'll see the opposite. So now we'll move left. Let's get into some oil and see if she can hold up and recover in the oil. This looks like a pretty solid piece for the medium to lower rev rate players who, I mean, are bowling on a house shot and want their bowling ball to get back from anywhere, it looks like. Let's see here. that's definitely in. All right, so maybe a little much. We'll do it again. We'll do that shot again. That may be a little too much. Typically, balls that recover really well on the friction tend to overpush when there's no friction. But we'll see. We'll see. There we go. All right, so that's to be expected. What that means is that, yeah, the ball's good. It's good, but you need some friction, right? You need some friction to get this ball to recover. If you leave it in and or get it in the oily part of the lane, it does overpush like it's supposed to. I mean, that's not a bad thing by any means. All right, so let's go back to the strike zone, which basically is anywhere on the right side of the lane, looks like. So we'll have him get back to his happy place and get a few more shots, a couple more views, and I mean, it looks really good. Ball looks pretty good. I can see why it ended up being a domestic launch for them. Definitely appears to have a lot of back end reaction, and not scared to take a little bit of oil in there. Too much oil is not a good thing, but a little bit of oil isn't bad at all. Oh yeah, lots of strikes today. Lots of strikes. So we'll throw one more shot. But overall, it looks like this piece is going to be a pretty solid piece for anybody's league arsenal, especially if you're medium to low rev rate and you like your bowling ball to kick off the corner. She's got a little hook down there. What does that do? All right, wow. Well, definitely more strikes than I was anticipating coming out of that bowling ball. Definitely a lot more versatile too. Like it definitely appears to be a piece that, you know, you can use it on a lot of different environments. So if you have more questions or need more information, make sure you go to bowlingforless.com. You can pick up one of these Phaze 4 bowling balls. I mean, this ball obviously looks like one of a hit for a Storm for sure. And obviously, if you need something that's a little bit smoother, maybe you look at that Altered Reality, right? Kind of the same shape, but not as aggressive as on the back end part of the lane as the Phaze 4 was. On behalf of Willie Levan, I am CEO Ronald from Create the Difference. Talk to you soon.